I just say it.
Welcome to Danu on Fire, right here on Hi TV, your luxury channel. We are checking out this brilliant place where they give you amazing tea. You can enjoy some good view as well. With me, I have someone who has, I think, film and entertainment was fed as his bread and butter from a very young age. He was a part of a family that transformed what cinema was for Sri Lanka. And at the same time, a movie star a lot of people fell in love with. I have the one and only Dammith Fonseka with me. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm so happy you came on the show at last now. I've just asked for a few years, that's about it. He has stayed away and now he's back on the scene. Now, tell me, you have done a film. Now, this film is not any time recent that you sort of shot it. It was some time ago.
Yeah, actually, this was shot before the COVID.
Right.
So then soon after COVID, I was appointed as a member of the board of the National Film Corporation. So I thought it was not right for me to release the film then because conflict of interest. So
Being ethical also takes a lot.
exactly. So it took some time, 4 to 5 years, but now it's finally out.
Yes. Now, this film is also a bit of a comedy film, if I'm correct.
It's a comedy drama.
Okay.
I don't think our audience is very, they are very familiar with comedy drama, the genre. And when you say comedy, they expect you to start laughing from the beginning till the end,
Yeah.
So comedy drama is slightly different to that. So
The ones who get it will get it.
it's something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's something like that, yes.
Because in Sri Lanka, when it comes to films which have a comedy element to it, it's very slapstick. It's like in your face.
Yeah.
And I don't think we are ready anytime soon to change it. But
That's actually one of my intentions to change, do little bit of experiment on the structure of the narrative. So which I have done. So hopefully people will get it and they will like it.
I will hold you responsible. But English kata කරන්න පුළුවන්ද කියපන්?
Garage, depender, unit, plug, wire, tire.
ඒවා අමතර කොට.
So the film is in cinemas right now. You can go watch it. Just a little bit about the name in terms of casting. How was the whole process of it?
Casting actually, it starts with a foreigner, Mr. George Glendoff, then Mahendra Pereira and Mr. Bandhu Samarasinghe, and Veena Jayakodi, Ronnie Leach also did a great couple of scenes in the movie just before he passed away. And there's a new child actor, Naveen Soumya and Dilrukshi.
They're not children anymore.
No, they are not. Dilrukshi Veerapperu. I think Dilrukshi is, this was her first movie.
Right.
And Naveen's first movie also. So I have sort of introduced them
To the cinema world.
Yes.
Right, now I have to ask you, I don't think you had a choice when it comes to cinema, it was just in front of you. You had the institution in your house, your father.
And my mother was also,
Yes.
She also acted in one movie.
And she was also a former beauty queen, right?
No,
Ah, she wasn't.
No,
She was just beautiful to be beautiful.
Yes.
Tell me, how was it like? Did you always enjoy films? Did you love the element of being on set acting? Because it's not for everyone. Just because you were born into the family doesn't mean that you will enjoy it. But did you personally enjoy it?
From childhood, I have been interested in storytelling, and my father was involved from my childhood. I have seen him working in films, and most of the discussions on films in the house. So, I enjoyed, and also when I was about 7 years old, I got a box camera, a plastic box camera, and that is where I started, I think, learning about composition and photochemical process of getting a photograph and so on. So from my childhood, I have been interested in that sort of thing, and it slowly grew into something. But I was pushed into acting when I was a child, the age of 8. I think.
You were just there, and they were like, "Oh, we need a child. Can you just come in?"
Yeah. No, my father produced a movie called Mayru Ki Khatav, and during those times, children were not allowed to act.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you had to get special permission from the school.
Right.
So,
It's the same. It's still the same for like government and semi-government.
yeah. Anyway, St. Thomas's.
Convents and all, they don't allow.
Yeah, St. Thomas's didn't
They
allow.
also won't allow.
So, whoever the child who was casted, he couldn't get permission.
Even for Dammith Fonseka's son?
No, then my father spoke to the warden.
He made an entrance.
Yes, and then I was asked to act, and then that's how I started. But that was just one movie, and then at the age of 19, again, Mrs. Sonia Disanayake and Sunil T. Fernando, they were behind me to act in one of their films, and then I acted thereafter about 22 films, I
Yeah,
think
but
I
you were
have done.
just back to back.
Yes.
One go.
Yes, and so in 1997 there was a sort of a difficult period for the film industry. So that's when I decided to do other things, like do my own business, start my own business, and so on. And for some time I was quiet, but then I've been going for film workshops. I have got involved in many film restoration workshops and things like that. And although I was not acting, I have always been in the industry. Yeah.
All right, something that's absolutely beautiful and sad is the fact that we have such a beautiful archive of films. I think what were produced during the whole black and white era in terms of cinema was absolutely gorgeous, even more gorgeous than the ones that we can find today sometimes. But most of it was destroyed with the 83 riots. Which is, in my opinion, it's a crime. You don't destroy art and craft.
Definitely.
It's not for us, it's for the future.
And we are still suffering because of that. We lost all our studios. Most of the studios were owned by Tamil, businessmen. So, people like Mr. K. Gunratnam, he lost a lot of his wealth during that time. It was not, only for the Tamil people. I think, on the whole, the whole country, the whole cinema has suffered because of that.
100%.
We had about 325 theatres at the time, and today we are left with about 70 theatres.
And at the same time, you don't get all screen time as well.
You don't get one show a day. And
like
also,
a week.
yeah, and if there's a Tamil blockbuster, they will remove the Sri Lankan movie, whether it is single or Tamil, a Sri Lankan movie, and then release the Tamil movie, and after a few weeks again they will reschedule. So that's.
So it's very easy to get a film to run for 100 days in Sri Lanka. You have only shown like 4 days in 100 days.
100 days, exactly.
Let's get into a break. We'll see you on the other side. You stick around. This time. This season is going to be one Merry Christmas if you do go shop at XXL, as they have such a range that has been curated already to make the season extra stylish. Visit them today for more details.
I just say it.
We're checking out Dialog Ch Lounge, and this is Danu on Fire. We're talking to Dammith here. Wherever you get to travel, you'll see a Dialog Ch Lounge. Makes you feel at home. I must tell you, they've introduced their Christmas menus, time for the season. Do check it out. I don't know, in the first segment, I had this chai, which was like, it had this ginger house on top. It had a minty flavor. I'm not a tea drinker, and that was so yummy. I finished the whole Little House on the Chai. That's the name. All right. Now, this film is currently running. Tell me about the obstacles in releasing a film. Even when you have a name like Fonseka, is it hard?
Yeah, it is. It is hard.
When none of us have hope. Okay.
It is hard because, as I told you earlier, we had about 300 odd cinemas in the country, theaters in the country, and it are reduced to about 70. So out of the 70, there are maybe about 20 to 30 in very good shape, like multiplexes and other theaters, modern theaters. Some of them are still single screen old theaters.
And the GG ones.
And they have only been upgraded. I mean, the projection had been upgraded to digital, that's all. Rest of it, even the screen is still the old school thing. And sound, everything is old school. So out of the 30 odd theaters, we have to release all the films. And if there are any good blockbusters, English or Tamil or Hindi, they will give preference to those films. So we barely get one screening per day. So it's a difficult thing. It's completely disorganized. National Film Corporation is not doing what it's supposed to do, regulate the industry. And they have about 100 odd staff. I believe the present government will do something about the system. They will not reduce the number of people. I have seen all political parties, not wanting to deal with the trade unions and So politicians are scared to touch that side, so it's very difficult to restructure the whole thing. In fact, when I was with the National Film Corporation as a member of the board, we proposed that there should be a commission, film commission, that should be set up to address all these issues. But parties keep changing. When the minister changes, the new secretary will, come, and we have to start teaching them from
the whole thing again.
Yeah, from A to Z, and then when there's another change, we have to start again. So people who are really in the industry, who are doing the work, who know the craft, they are fed up now. So they don't even come for meetings anymore, I have seen. And I'm few, I happen to be one of them, out of the few who attends these meetings. But after releasing the movie, I'm I'm also thinking whether I should be going for these meetings. So anyway, we are waiting for that bright future and that green industry. We are just hoping for it.
For it to all go well. Now, I have to go back in time. Now, everyone who I've got a chance to speak to, I had a date with Danu edition. A lot of people didn't turn up. That's a different story. Which was to celebrate your dad and his career to the world of cinema. How was it how was it when he was a dad at home, and how was it when he was a director on set? Well, I
Well-
think you have seen both sides to it.
Yeah, I will tell you a small story about how we were with him at home. He was a very strict father, but he wouldn't hit us or punish us.
It's the look
It's
is
the
enough.
look and the voice. We know when he's angry, and we know where to draw the line. And we used to be not really scared of him. We had a lot of respect for him, but house was like that. So, and the moment he leaves the house turns into a
Party zone.
a party zone. And that is my mother who gets us.
So she had the because I know with all your sisters, all of them have like a real dancing side to them. They have a
Yes,
bit of
yes.
baila fixed to them.
Yeah.
So that comes from your mom.
That comes from my mom,
Right.
and she was all out for a good time, and at the same time she manages to keep
Keep
us
the balance, yeah.
keep the balance. But my father was quite the opposite. But he also had a very soft side to him, very sensitive at times. But as a director, you go to one of his sets, nobody will just play the fool, everybody's serious and they will just work,
Right.
And the moment he walks into a set, everybody keeps quiet, and everybody who listens to him. So he had that command,
Right.
and he was more like an army general
Yeah.
when he
His
starts
shoes
directing.
spoke more words than him. Tick, 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 tick.
Yes. So I have worked with him when I was a child. When I was about 8 years, doing Mayru Ki Katav. So I don't have very clear memories of that, but then again, when I was about 20 or 21, I worked with him on Nomina Minisun, which was a film based on the civil war we had here. And there I learned a lot of things, just being with him and, just hanging around and set the approach, how he would, just get into a character and how he will just mold the character and that kind of thing, I learned quite a lot, the directing aspects of, filmmaking.
Are you a strict director?
Sometimes, but I'm not like my father. Definitely not strict like him. But I do, ask for certain things my own way. It should go my way, and I'm a bit strict on those things. If I want to get something done, I get it done.
Because I feel like, it is a vision of the director that comes out eventually on screen. So,
Yes.
yeah. But I think also times have changed. Today people are like, it's not as, what can I say?
No, you can't be rigid like
Yeah,
the like the old days. You can't be rigid. You have to listen to them, and you have to get things out of them. Rather than telling them walk from A to B. You have to just cooperate with them, talk to them, get their inputs. And it's more of a discussion now. Before you direct, you have to go into that discussion, and that is how you get the output. You could, if you see old films and new films, you could feel, how rigid it would have been then, because most of the actors are also, very proper, and they move.
There were
from
more
A to B.
directors, actors.
Yes, yes.
All right, time for a break. We'll come back and speak a little bit more about family, good times, all this and more on Dammith. This season is going to be one merry Christmas if you do go shop at Dialog Ch, as they have such a range that has been curated already to make the season extra stylish. Visit them today for more details.
I just say it.
Welcome back to the show in conversation with Dammith Fonseka about the latest film that's out in cinemas for you to go and watch. It's very important that we keep our world of cinema, theatre, performing arts, all of this alive, because if you're giving so much love and affection to like Vijay's new film and Shah Rukh Khan's new film, I think it's important that we keep our industry alive so that we can cross-promote our talent. That's how it was back in the days. We had like Shivaji Ganesan dancing right in front of where we are shooting with Malini Fonseka. So why can't we just have, you know, Shah Rukh Khan dancing, you know?
And Rajinikanth.
Yeah, I don't think dancing is what you might walk around a little bit. But tell me today when you sit back, okay, first question. You're coming from a art-oriented family, and I think every day you all either had ministers in your house, actors in your house, somebody asking some favor from your father. This was your life.
Yes.
How come you all are shy? All of your, the whole family put together?
You're the first person to ask me that question.
Yes, ma'am. You know, I tried to do a tribute for their father, and I had no one of them coming on the show. They're like, why is this?
No, I mean, I have my reasons because I haven't done much work in the past couple of years. So I believe, you know, I have to do something to come and talk about.
When I asked, that was the same answer you had given before as well. So fair enough, tick.
So this time I'm here.
Other sisters, they're all mad when I see them at parties. You know, they are dancing, they are singing.
Actually, you have to ask them. I don't know.
Mad in a good way, I mean, not in a bad way.
But I agree with you.
All of y'all are pretty shy.
Yes, yes. True.
He didn't want all of y'all to enter cinema. Even he didn't ask you that.
No. He actually, when I was a child, when I was doing Mayurik Katava, that was, there was no option, like, you know, I was asked and, you know, I had my reasons to act and they got me on board. And my father produced the movie, so...
we know the reasons.
Yes, and...
Wife is here, but I'm just...
Yeah, so... I forgot the question.
You had your reasons to act and so your father produced the film. That's it.
That's it, yes.
Okay. And? That's it.
That's it.
That's it. You can hit him when you get home. I think your wife is super cool. I like that. In working in this film, do you feel like you should do more? Do you feel it's time that you're going to be at it?
Yes, I kept quiet for some time, but at the same time, whenever I went to Europe, I had gone to visit studios and done a filmmaking course there. Then I gone to India, done film appreciation, and you know, I have been involved with other film-related, you know, workshops. So, but I was a bit reluctant to start my own film. Maybe. Because everybody wants Dammith Fonseka's son to do an art film, you know.
Yeah, correct. Also it's really annoying and also a blessing at the same time when you're always Dammith Fonseka's son.
Yes.
That's always going to be with you.
Yeah. So now I have, you know, just
embraced it.
And then I thought one day, and there was a friend of mine, there's a friend of mine in India, they came over and I was taking them around. And everywhere I go, you know, I meet somebody known to me, and you know, people welcome us, you know, and with open arms, and you know. So he found it very interesting, and he asked me, Dammith, why aren't you doing what you're supposed to do? I said, that is what? He said, you know, you're not making movies. You know, everybody knows you, everybody loves you, your family, you know, talks about your father. But you should be, you know, doing films. And I said, yeah, I might direct a movie, or, you know, apart from, you know, acting, I just do it as a hobby now. So then he said, how much will it take for you to make a movie? So I said, 45 million to 50 million. And then he asked his son, Amit, how much in dirhams, where they live in Dubai? Then he converted and said, this much. He said, okay, I'm your producer.
Amazing. How amazing.
Yeah,
is
so
that?
I must, you know, give the credit to him.
Yeah.
He's Mr. Kashmir Daha, Amit Daha's father, and Sumi's father-in-law. So that is how I started thinking.
That's amazing, because all these avenues are waiting, and I think you should do an art film, you should do your commercial films to show the diversity that you have been brought up in as well. As much as we love to see art films, I know it's appreciated by a niche, but that's what stays in history.
You know, my father never used to believe in art and commercial movies.
Yeah.
He said either films are good or bad.
Bad.
You know,
Correct. I
So,
agree.
and it should have entertainment. So I also believe in that. Not because he told me. I am a film lover. You know, I love to watch movies. Sometimes I watch about 3 to 4 movies
A
at
day.
a stretch a day. You know, so so that is the kind of, you know, vision I have for my the movie
Making.
You know, or
Yeah.
selection or making. So I have done something that is close to my heart,
That's amazing.
and not what others are, you know, pushing me to do.
Yeah.
So I have enjoyed, and I have good reviews about the movie. It's not this big art house movie, but
It's a
then
mix, touch of
it's
all.
a touch of all, because my movie has comedy and drama, and generally it's either comedy or
Or
drama. So
Just need to mix it all up.
yeah,
Now the film is available for you to go watch island-wide.
island-wide, and it has English subtitles.
Okay.
You know, some of you know, Colombo crowd, they sometimes, you know, they are not very
No, not a done.
yeah. So, you know, keeping that in mind, I have added English dialogues, and wherever there are, you know, singular dialogues, I have been, you know, translate into singular or English. So both, it's a
The win on
subtitles,
both sides.
Yeah, on both sides.
All right. It's available. Make sure you go watch it. Support the. It's not only for him. I think we should support every person who is there on screen. And this industry is beautiful. And I think they have given not only entertainment to the ones here, but to the ones far, far in the nook and corners of Sri Lanka. They've fallen in love with theatre and cinema, and that's what has celebrated our industry for so long.
And also, although we talk about 8 years of Sri Lankan cinema, we have 100 years of Sri Lankan cinema, which goes back to the silent film era. We have done a movie called Rajakiya Vikramaya. The English title was The Royal Adventure. And you know, it's funny that Vindhya's grandfather, he had acted as a child actor in the movie.
Vindhya is his wife.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing. All right. On that note, we need to wrap things up. Thank you so very much for tuning in and being a part of the show. We will see you soon. Till then, you keep smiling and enjoy the season. It's a wrap.